And on Váci Street, shops are open every day until the evening, because on a Saturday the majority of the shops are closed, but the big shopping malls are open, and shops on Váci Street and up in the Castle District shops are open too. So at the section on the left hand side at the end there is the Central Market Hall, which is open on Sunday too. And at the end of the section on the right hand side there is the bigger Christmas market. On the right hand side, this is the oldest church of Budapest, the downtown parish church. And in front of us, this is the Gellért Hill. We have our Statue of Liberty on top of it, which is a lady holding an olive branch in her hands, the symbol of peace. The statue was erected in 1947. To the left, the green bridge is called the Liberty Bridge, and to the right you can see the Chain Bridge and the Castle Hill. That's where we are heading right now. At the foot of Gellért Hill, on the left-hand side, there is an old Budapest thermal bath, and the oldest section of it is from the Turkish times. You're gonna see a green dome, and underneath there is a Turkish steam bath from the 16th century built by the Turks still functioning. So now on the left-hand side you can see the dome, green dome, Turkish bath. And in front of us on the hillside, above the waterfall, you can see the Gellért monument. Gellért in Hungarian, G-E-L-L-E-R-T, Gerald in English. He was a missionary bishop from the East Italy who came to our country on the invitation of Stephen, our first king, to help him to convert our nomadic ancestors into Roman Catholic religion. After the king's death, there was an uprising of the people who did not want Christianity. You know, accepting the new religion was not a smooth process at all. Our ancestors as nomadic people had their own religion. They worshipped the natural forces, the sun and the moon. They had shamans. All of a sudden they had to sit in churches and pray. They didn't like it. So those people arrested poor Bishop Gellért, put him into a barrel. Just to be on the safe side, they put spikes into the barrel, and the barrel was thrown down the slopes of the hill into the Danube. So that's how poor Bishop Gellért died and became a martyr. Later he was canonized, and today the hill from where he was thrown into the river is named after him. So that's the Gellért legend. On the right hand side, this yellow church is the St. Catherine Church from the 18th century in Baroque style, Roman Catholic. And I mentioned Semmelweis. Now I'm gonna show you the house where he was born, and his former home was turned into the small museum of Hungarian medical history. So you will see a beautiful white facade on the left-hand side with two flags next to us. So this is today's museum, Semmelweis's former home. On the right-hand side you can see a small building with a chimney. Once upon a time it housed a machine which used to pump water up to the top of Castle Hill. Now it's a bar. So interesting change. To the left, this is the Castle Garden, originally from the 19th century. So over the river now you can see the Chain Bridge. Before the construction of the Chain Bridge, we only had pontoon bridges floating on small boats. But that was just a temporary solution, because in winter we have huge ice blocks in the water of the Danube. Not anymore, but at that time in the 19th century we did quite often. So in the 19th century, a famous statesman, Count István Széchenyi, stuck on one side of the Danube. He wanted to get to the other side to see his dying father, but he couldn't because there was no bridge. That's when the idea of the construction of a permanent bridge came to his mind. He traveled a lot and once paid a visit to England, and there in a town called Marlow, he saw a wonderful bridge that he imagined between Buda and Pest. So he imported the architects. The designer of our chain bridge was an Englishman, William Tierney Clark, and the architect a Scottish engineer, Adam Clark. Nem kell körbe menni, mert jövünk még erre. Mentünk egyből Fülöpárba, köszönöm. So, we just got back the chain bridge after a long renovation period. And after the renovation, Budapest people voted. We turned it into a pedestrian bridge. So only pedestrians and bicycles and taxis can use the chain bridge today. And
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. more flowers. I think that was the reason. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. I think this is the picture you see on one of the advertisements. This place.
Everyone's taking pictures, exactly.
Guess the flash doesn't work very well.
So nice that they cleaned it.
The-
That building
yeah.
right there, you can see where they stopped cleaning it, all this white behind the statue, and then it's dirty, the other bottom half.
They've done a lot of the buildings, they're all looking very nice. That will suffice. Okay.
One more in the center. The one there, because I'm freezing. How are you? Did you get to the market?
I did.
Did you buy something good?
A lot of food.
A lot of food, okay. Paprika?
I bought paprika, I got some mulled wine, had a potato pancake.
Okay, good for you. Good, good, good. Good day then.
Yeah.
It's huge, isn't it? That
I
central
know.
market.
Oh, we didn't make it to the central market because it was closed on Sundays.
Oh, I didn't
we
realize
made it,
that.
we went back to the Christmas markets. So,
But you had a successful day.
yes, had a successful day.
So pretty. Now I gotta enjoy it.